monotone diamonds as we take it to the streets in this bomb pot. Looks like every player put in 300, Matt. No action pre-flop. Regular poker post-flop.
Can I get a 10 of diamonds?
Two. There you go.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, 700 is the bet.
Oh, and look at this. We have something brewing here. Han has flopped the nuts. Andy has flopped top 2 pair. Buckle up. We could see a big one.
This one, yeah, on the plate. Yep.
I absolutely love Han with just the flat. Keeps ranges wide.
6 of clubs on the turn. Doesn't change anything.
2,000.
Andy gonna bet now 2,000. The man in the tie-dye shirt is calling with bottom pair here. He does also, though, have the second nut flush draw.
Straight flush draw.
6,000.
Ooh, 10 of diamonds would be spicy. Han popping it up to 6,000. Andy has to be wondering if both of these players have what JD has, which is just one card for a flush draw. Should he protect his hand? He's just going to call.
A particular spot because he is afraid of the diamonds probably and some straights.
JD's going to release.
Has seen Han get out of line too many times.
And he needs a king or jack. He's not going to find it. The board does pair, though. This could slow down the action. Han, that's 8,000. This is probably just a crying call from Andy.
All in.
Whoa! Andy just turned his 2-pair into a bluff.
He sure did.
He's telling the story he has pocket kings or pocket jacks now.
We could also have king 9. Or jack 9. I like this bet.
10 seconds.
$22,700. Han sits back with.
If you're Han, you have to be wondering what bluffs does your opponent have right now. I mean, would they be doing this with just a naked flush card? Because that's what you would expect them to be bluffing with. But when the board pairs, now Han easily could be holding full houses of his own. So this bet just feels extremely nutted.
Oh, looks like Han's going to let this one go, Matt.
There's one rule in poker, though. You don't bluff rich businessmen. You just don't. You don't make a habit of it. Maybe Han's thinking that now. It feels like he's supposed to fold. Can he find a call?
Pure pressure cooker moment for Han.
Oh, and he's staring Andy down.
And he makes the call.
Wow.
$80,900 pot.
How much? Nice call. Wow. I thought for sure he had a full house.
Yeah, I would have snap called.
It was snap call.
I would have snap called. I don't know about you. I would have snap called.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would have folded.
I would have folded.
I think I would have actually.
That was a great. I snap called.
I thought for sure he had a full house.
Great. That's a hell of a problem.
What's that?
You know, I want to say that this just comes down to you don't bluff rich businessmen, but Han looked over at Andy, and I just get the sense he picked something up. I mean, he stared him down, locked eyes on him, and then decided to throw that money in where everyone at the table is convinced there's no way he could have been winning. Incredible call by Han.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Too much Omaha.
Yeah, well, you're dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
I should start collecting cards too. That's a good idea.
Sorry, 26.
Because they don't ever lose value, you know? Never. It's such a good, like watches, you know? It's like they just held their value. So they only go up, so. 26?
20. Garrett made it 6, and now Han made it 26.
Yeah.
3 players.
This is workshop.
Yeah, Andy's in too. 3 players.
And Han getting spicy. Caught right in the middle between Garrett Adelstein and Garrett. And Andy is going to peel. Double gutter. Can make a straight to a 10 or a 6. And now diamond draw.
6,000.
Han moving at the speed of a Tesla. Lightning fast. Andy with just the flat, and Andy with that ace of diamonds on the river for a flush. Han with the king of diamonds.
11,500.
Han trying to rep the nut flush. I don't blame him. This is just an insanely bad run out for his hand. Andy bricks out. Han just wins with aggression, and now Andy with the check mark.
All in.
And Andy goes all in. And has stacks drop. Han wishing this hand would have went many different avenues.
10 seconds. Bomb pot players.
There you go. 50, by the way. Chips. Total 50.
The board is in?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you put 50 more on Andy's side, please? 50 on top. Thanks for letting me know, Andy. 1,900. Re-raise. $66. We just added 50. Re-raise to 6,600.
And Andy, who just added on a bunch of money, wakes up with 2 kings. Perfect timing. Andy's image is so good right now since he's steamed up. And Han wakes up with 2 queens. We could be seeing the biggest pot of the night. Andy's gonna go for a limp raise. That graphic was probably off then. Whoa, there's 13,650 in the middle. Somewhere there was a skip and a beat.
So it was 83.
And Andy did go for the limp raise. I'm scrolling back through, looking at chips. It must have been a 4-bet. Anyways, here we go. Andy betting 8,300 on this 984 board. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, I thought Han was just going to pile in all the chips. So this went open Andy, 3-bet Han, 4-bet Andy. Andy with the C-bet, Han with the race of 17,000.
All in?
And an all-in by Andy Stacks Poker. Han knows that Andy's been playing every single hand. The last 10 hands. And there's the graphics. Andy is all in. Andy's not going to give away anything. Han knows he's behind aces and kings. Does Andy ever have the same hand and jacks? Perhaps, and Han's going to use a few of these time chips. Put your vote in the poll. Will Han make the call or will he fold? I want to know what you guys are thinking at home. You guys are the best. You guys usually predict these things outright. And Han counting out chips. Han has to risk 48,000 to win a pot. That would be somewhere in the neighborhood of $140,000. Can Han find the fold button? These players are sitting about 380 big blinds effective to start. The hand so sick. And you can tell by Han licking his lips that his stomach is churning. He's nauseous. He feels it in his gut that he's beat. Can he make this laydown? Han, no stranger to big pots. Han already used 2 time chip extensions. It looks like Han wants to put the chips in. If it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it is a duck, and Andy does have pocket kings.
Call.
And Han makes the call. We have liftoff in a $144,000 pot.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go on.
One time. Here we go.
Wow, and that is the biggest pot of the night.
It's fucking nuts.
You got it, Andy.
Nick from Yuma, Camille, OM, Cincy, John G, Steven Davis, Bash Bash, Sony Boom, Dallas H,
9.
That's right. JJ 4D Poker. That's what I go by. And Nick from Yuma put it. Discipline, dedication, determination, and dream. And the poker dream is alive and well and live and kicking. I'm still living it. I'm commentating with you guys. I play a couple days a week of some high stake / mid stake poker of 10, 20, 40. The game usually throws on some 80s and 100 straddles and gets pretty wild. Andy with the best of it here with trip jacks. Going for somewhat of a trap versus Han.
36.
Andy's going to bet 36 and Han with the pair of 8s. Han might be a little steamed up after that big pot that he lost to Andy. And Han's going to make the call. And Andy is putting Han on a 10 and thinks that Han will be sticky enough to call with a 10. And bets massive, 9,500 to go. Oh, and Han, a bit of frustration.
10 seconds.
I think Han can let this one go. He blocks.
Call.
And Han is just going to make the call. He does block the straight for Queen 9. Maybe that's why Han decided to put the chips in there.
That's exactly right, yeah.
Oh, man. Thank you, guys. You guys are listening and paying attention. Now only 25 subs away from the 200,000 milestone.
He's doing so much more than
Thank you guys very much. Maybe we will get there in the next half hour.
all sorts of
A sub a minute, pretty much.
No.
Pretty sick. Thank you guys for your support.
The newer guy, he's also
This action is coming to you live from the beautiful Park West Bicycle Hotel and Casino. Jack 10-10. Nut flush draw for Andy.
very hard job.
Han with the gutty. The Queen 8.
Good to go, Marvin?
And what a river for Andy Stacks. That is so brutal. And an all-in by Han.
How much more?
Andy Rivers the nut flush and Han with the straight just piles in the money.
5, 6, 71, 72.25.
Oh man, and it just was not Han's night tonight. I've seen Han run up massive stacks, and
Sick running.
when it's not
Sick.
your night, it's not your night. That's the only card in the deck that can get all the money in there, was that 9 of spades, that pesky 9 of spades for that $43,000 pot. Any other 9, Han wins.
Nice.
Any other spade, Han doesn't go broke.